Hi, my name is Yawi. Welcome to video number 5 of this series of daily relaxation. This month we will practice Supta Baddha Konasana, which is also known as reclined butterfly. This is a pretty simple pose, but it requires some props because we are going to hold the pose. Since we're doing this in order to practice relaxation, you want to be able to hold the pose for 3, 5, 10 minutes or even more if you want. But for that, because of that, you definitely want to support yourself. I'll show the pose simple and raw first, and then we'll go into details. You lay on the floor. Perhaps you want to stretch your low back a little bit before you get into it, so you can bring your knees towards your chest and do a simple movement, simple apanasana, or hold one knee, stretch the other one. Things that will stretch your low back. And then come into a pose. And that is soles of the feet together, the knees go to either side. So when you get into this pose, you may feel a bit of a compression in your low back. If you're feeling that, you can always lift the hips, move the flesh of the buttocks towards the heels, and then come back. Your lumbar curve will come back, and that is perfectly fine. But you will notice that you just created space in the vertebrae, and that's definitely something that you want. Now, this will feel really good. It's giving you a nice stretch, but since we're holding it, you want to support the thighs. And I will explain that with this. The groins, we can picture our groins like this thing. So if you have no support, the weight of the leg will keep pulling at the groin. And so that will create tension. And since we want to soften, we want to relax, if you support your knees a little bit, you'll see, it's a little bit hard to explain here. There you go. So now that is soft, and that is the equivalence of your groin. And that's what you want to accomplish. So what can we use to support? So a few things. I'll start with the more practical one. You can use 2 pillows. And one thing that is very important is that they have to be the same height. So whatever you use equals 2 equal the same. So if I show this, this pillow works for me because I'm pretty open, so my thighs are close to the floor. But let's say if your knees, when you come into this pose, are up here, then this would not be a good support. So that's something to keep in mind. You'll have to use taller pillows. The other thing that you can use and is really practical is the yoga blocks. And this I consider the most practical because they are inexpensive. There is a number of things that you can do with them, and they're easy to store, light. And same thing for that setup. You can do a little diagonal with them close to the body, and so that they will support you. Now again, my knees are pretty close to the floor. You want to make sure that they're not cutting circulation. Here's an example of how this will cut circulation. You place it like that, and then you're resting your leg there, and so now the edge of the block is kind of bothering. So make sure that doesn't happen. And the awesome thing about the block is that if your support needs to be higher, well, there you go. That's pretty high. So it gives you way more options. That's one option. And the last, my favorite, is to use blankets, and you can fold them as high as you need. But of course, you'll have to use 2 blankets that are exactly the same. They don't have to be yoga blankets. Any blanket will do it, but you have to make sure that it gives you the right height, the height that you need. And the reason why this is my preferred option is because it's really soft. So it kind of hugs the thighs in a nice way. And once you are there, like I've mentioned before, you want to bring the hands behind the neck, lengthen the neck, so you still have the arch of your cervical spine, but now there is a lot of space. Hopefully you created space in your lumbar spine. Arms rest by the side. Close the eyes and enjoy your breath and the feeling of your body slowly relaxing and softening. Staying there for 3, 5, 10 minutes or more. And to come out of it, hands come to either side of the thigh. You help your legs to come up. You stay there for a little bit. Roll to the side and come up. So hopefully you will give this a try. Feels really good, this pose. Thank you for watching, and if this is the first time that you see this relaxation video, there is more before this one, and I will place the link below this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.